Hey, what's up everyone? So today I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers Kingdom Core Class Wave 3 Dracodon. So here he is. Before we take a look at him, let's take a look at the packaging. So I'm just going to zoom out with the camera so you can see the packaging better. And here is the packaging. Here he is in his Raptor mode with the Nemesis in the back. And on the back here, he transforms into 14 steps. And that's about it for the packaging. So bringing back some memories with this review, because I realized, Netflix came out recently. I'm just gonna kind of say spoiler warning right here. Just if you don't want to hear anything, just wait a few seconds. I just want to say one thing that's connected to this character. But that's it. Not even this character, really, just this this form, the fossilizers in general. So yeah, just mute it or go in the video of just a few seconds and I'll be done. So really bringing back some memories of the show, the Netflix Kingdom show. I enjoyed it so much, but I never even realized there was no fossilizers, and I was kind of heartbroken because the fossilizers, if you're a viewer of mine, I think they're so cool. I'm trying to collect them all. Really cool figures, and overall really cool concept. So I don't know why they didn't put anything in there. I know, going into the show, I knew they were not going to be I knew they were not going to be a main, topic, but I'd just really like to put them in there. That'd be really cool, but no fossilizers, which is a shame. So now if you unmuted the video, I'm done talking any spoilers. Let's get back into the review. So here he is. He looks really cool. This is a Maximal, and I will bring out Vertebrae, which is a Predacon, to compare. Overall, a pretty cool figure. I know some people were disappointed because it is just a repaint, but overall a really cool figure. I like the gold on the chest and the feet. I think that looks really cool. And on the head sculpt does look pretty cool. Looks like he's wearing goggles, and some gold, some blue for the goggles, and some gold for the face. And the rest is really green. Actually, the rest of the entire figure is really green. But we do have, of course, some spike detailing all over and some rib cage detailing to make it look like it's made of bones, especially on the legs. Very skinny, bony detailing there. Very cool. So it does come with one accessory, this sword/tail. This will form the tail of the Raptor, but overall a pretty cool little cute core class figure. Of course, most people, the hype was of course with Soundwave, and that figure is amazing, but I'm still glad I was able to pick this figure up because I really like the fossilizers, and I'm hoping they put out so many more in the future. Maybe in the future, in the next trilogy, I hope they will continue this this character, the fossilizers. That'd be awesome. But here we have Dracodon with Vertebrae, and yes, they're quite similar, of course, just really color-wise, no sculpting changes. Of course, he has an Maximal symbol, and he has a Predacon symbol. The accessories are the same. That's about it. There is actually one thing different between these two. On my copies, I could just have these on my copies. You guys with yours could be different, but I will get into that in the Raptor modes, the changes in the Raptor modes. It's a small, minor change, but it is actually kind of interesting. So let's get into articulation. I'm just going to put Vertebrae off to this side, and let's just take his sword out so it doesn't get in the way or anything. So the shoulder is a ball joint, and the lower part is a ball joint, so this can go all the way back, all the way down. It can go out, you know what it means, and this can rotate all the way around too. It's a ball joint, you know what it can do. Same thing with the other arm. The head can go that far that way, that far the other way. There is these little pieces here that does prevent it from going all the way around. It can look up, it can look down, and that's about it for the head. For the legs, they can do the splits. They can do a kick back pretty far, and a kick forward pretty far. And that's about it for articulation. Also there is a ball joint for the foot and the knee. And then that's about it for articulation. So yeah, the foot can rotate all the way around, can go down and up like that. So there you go. Very, very cool. I guess let's get right into transformation. It's quite simple, not much to it. So first you're just going to open this back panel up. You can bring this whole assembly out, and this will compress into that little back compartment there. And then you can bring this section up. This piece can go right over the head, and you can get this piece here and collapse it. So there you go. And the head is all right and positioned. Now you can bring... You're going to want to bring this arm forward on that joint. Make sure you don't pop it off. It is kind of delicate, so I would be careful with that. But of course, it's a ball joint, so you know what you can do. You can just pop it right back on. And now, there is a tab on the arm and a slot on the body. It is very hard to see, but that tab will just go right into that section right there. And I'll show it again, of course, on the other side. So there's a slot there, a tab on the arm. And that will just do that. And there we go. And then you can compress these little arm pieces. Sometimes this won't compress fully, but it's just a small little gap. If you wanna, there we go. Compress that more. Bring those little arms down. And of course he needs a tail. And you can just plug that in this way. If you want it down, you can, or up. Doesn't matter. You can just wiggle that in. And there you go. There is Dracodon in his raptor mode. I think it looks really darn cool. Let's take a look at the details. Of course, there is not a lot to look at, just really the same details we saw earlier. A lot of bone and ribcage detailing on all over the figure. Lots of texturing, of course. There is more texturing on the head. Really like that gold there. That looks really cool. Really sticks out whenever you have the figure in hand. Also some on the feet, of course. And a lot on these really creepy looking bone hands. Very cool. And that's about it for our details. So let's get into a comparison. So now we have a comparison. Here we have Dracodon, of course, with the mold mate vertebrae. As you can see, they are quite similar, really just color. And there is one small feature that I will point out in just a second. But they do look very cool with each other. One is a Protocon and one is a Maximal. And I really do love the overall fossilizer concept. It's amazing, and I do really hope they continue this in the future. I hope there's some more in Wave 4, maybe a deluxe and a core class figure. I would hope, but of course I hope a new mold for both deluxe and core class. A repaint would be fine, I guess, but I wouldn't prefer it. Most people wouldn't, of course. And hopefully maybe we'll get some fossilizers in the Selects line as well. But here we have them, and they're very cool looking raptor modes. But yes, very, very cool. I do like this one more because there is more detail, of course. That one's just all black, but I do like that one because it does look like it just came out of, like, you know, molten rock and dirt and stuff. So that is kind of cool how it looks like worn away and withered. But I do like this one more because there is those gold paint apps there, and I think that really pops and looks really good. So there is one interesting feature with this that really is weird. So with Vertebrae, he cannot open his mouth. It looks like you can, but I have tried, and of course I don't want to bend the rubbery plastic here, but it can't work. It doesn't work. But with Dracodon, you can. So that is kind of weird. I'm not sure if that's just my copy of Vertebrae, or I don't know. Let me know in the comments if your Vertebrae can't open the mouth. Maybe mine's just kind of stuck a little bit, and if I, you know, try harder, it will work. I don't know. I don't know. It is weird, but yeah. Let's get into articulation of Dracodon, and that will be it for this short little review. So you can open the mouth, of course, that much, and of course close it, and it can go that far back, that far down, and no articulation for the little dino hands. Of course, with the tail, you can rotate that all the way around. It is a little stuck, but you can do it. You can have it kind of curving up or curving down. The legs can split. They can kick that far back, and pretty much all the way around. Of course, the body will stop it, so you will have to kind of move it out, but pretty good articulation. There is a bend at the knee. You can kick that far back. Not any far forward. There is a ball joint at the foot, so this can rotate all the way around. It can go forward. It can go back. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Articulation for the legs is really the same for the Raptor mode and Robot mode, pretty much the same. It is slightly limited because of this body part, but you can just move it, out and go in. But that's really it for this review. Overall, a pretty cool little Raptor. I do quite like it, even though it is a repaint. It is odd how the mouth on this one can open, but on Vertebrake it can't, but still a pretty cool figure. So, if you haven't seen the review for Vertebrake, I highly suggest you. When I got Vertebrake, I had not started to do Articulation yet, so I do like how I got the second chance to show Articulation for this mold with the Dracodon, so that's always cool. I have tons of reviews coming soon, all of the Worlds Collide pack. The Arc will be coming, the Arc should be out by now. I'm not really sure when I'm going to post this, because I have tons of reviews already loaded, just not, public yet. I'm just kind of trying to, spread them out and not do, similar figures constantly, like, part 1, 2, and 3, and 4, all of Worlds Collide pack, at the same time. Trying to spread them out a little bit, keep it interesting for you guys, do a stop motion, a review, kind of back and forth like that. But I think that's it, so I'll see you next time.